Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Darius Garland.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. The Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
Here we go.
Oh, man, this should be fun tonight. These teams love to let it fly from deep.
Oh, both these teams live and die by the three-pointer. If they're both on, we'll have a really high-scoring game. But if not, we might have enough bricks for houses at both ends.
Well, we know Donovan Mitchell is absolutely prolific from 3.
Out to the right wing. Here's Randall. Banked it in off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Allen. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Mitchell, Garland for 3. Edwards pulls it in. And here's Minnesota now. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and what was really impressive was they stayed patient. The shot selection was excellent, and you see the result.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, this summer, the entire Cavaliers executive front office staff received multi-year contract extensions. Over the last 3 years, Cleveland has had the 3rd best record in the association. Guys, and there's a sense that a culture is being created that is permeating every level of this organization.
You'd love to hear it. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. And that one's good. Mitchell.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Six on the shot clock. From downtown, and the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outside Garland. Allen, right side. Pass to Hunter. Lets it go from deep. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves trail. The kick out to Edwards. Three-pointer off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Hunter. Back to Garland. This one for 3. No luck on that one. Minnesota has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Minnesota again missing. Mitchell with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Garland. Mobley passes to Mitchell. No good from outside. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Back to DiVincenzo. Right side Edwards. Right side Reed. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. And this game is tied up now.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Pass to Mitchell. Outside Hunter. Launches it from deep. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Edwards for 3. Knocks down the long J.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
From deep, Mitchell. Reed with the rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Randall outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Checked by Mitchell.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And that does it for the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top, up by 5. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
We've got Sam Merrill. He's out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Tomlin in at the 4-man position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Here's Mitchell, and he goes right over Rudy Gobert, slams it down.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Pass to Ingles. There's a screen, fires for 3. And it's Tyson with a rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And with a moment here, let's see the league's top scorers. Donovan Mitchell, 4th.
He's proven to be an essential part of their offensive efforts, always playing hard on that end and ensuring they come up with points.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Gobert passes to Clark. Ingles from outside. And it's Merrill who clears it away. Cavaliers trail by 3. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Coach Kenny Atkinson hit the ground running last year with the Cavaliers. He said Donovan Mitchell gave him the blueprint, adding, "Mitchell told me our next step is empowering Evan, and me and Darius Garland can be great together. So there's no reason we can't be." So a lot of it came from him. He had a grip on where his team needed to go. Brian?
Thank you, Allie. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Darius Garland, he's checked in for Mitchell. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Edwards is checked in. You know, Doris, it seems like point guards have more scoring duties than ever.
There's no doubt, B.A., and why not take advantage if you have a lead guard who can both put the ball in the basket and set his teammates? The harder you are to guard individually, the harder your team is to guard.
Over to the left wing. Garland for three. Hits the three-pointer. Garland's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Highland, the pass to Ingles. To the middle. The kick out to Edwards. Edwards hits from beyond the arc.
Oh, that is a stone-cold three by the Ant-Man.
Garland, the pass to Merrill. Here's the three. And Cleveland another three.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Here's Randall. 2 points. That one goes. Randall's got 10.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
And it seems like the East is wide open, Doris. How do the Cavs capitalize with a deep run?
Well, I think they can start with continuity. They have a quality young core when you think about Evan Mobley.
Oh! Edwards with the highlight reel jam.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards? So much tighter. That is so good.
Right side Garland. Soft touch off the glass. Give him 8.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Ingles passes to Edwards for 3. And it's Tyson with a rebound.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Garland for 3. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. And it's Highland, that time on the assist by Ingles. Highland's got his first points in this one.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Merrill outside. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Over to the wing. For 3, Randall. The shot comes out.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
And the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Allen, he's checked in for Bryant. Evan Mobley comes in for Tomlin. Hunter's checked in for Tyson. And Mitchell subbed in for Merrill. And then for Minnesota, Naz Reid's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Ingles. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. For 3, DiVincenzo. Hunter with the rebound. Pass to Garland. Three-pointer. That shot off. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota up by 3. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, to get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight's featured game sees the Cleveland Cavaliers in a tight one.
They should just keep shooting three-pointers. It's worked well for them. Why ever go inside?
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
That's not a note, that's a whole chorus. And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest.
Well, these guys, they've been giving us a preview. Every night you see them do something special.
It's been like that all season long. Amazing showmanship from this entire group. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Minnesota leading by 3. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. And it's Reed in at the 5.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
From deep, Mobley. Rebound, Minnesota. Edwards looking it over. Muscling it up and in. Edwards.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. Here's Reed. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Fires the 3. Randall pulls down the board.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Doris, we got to give credit to Darius Garland for continuing to develop his body.
BA, like every smaller guard in the league, teams attack him defensively. So just like a Steph Curry, you build your strength and your balance, and you continue to play with pride on that end, and that is pivotal to his development.
Chalk up 2 there.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Coach Kenny Atkinson demanding that Evan Mobley stay in attack mode the entire game. And Mobley said, I have a lot of different skill sets that I can bring to the table. Being out there and challenging myself is going to sharpen them and get them where they need to be. Back to you.
On the rise. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Merrill's checked in. All right, let's look back over the last 10 games now and see which teams were topping the charts in three-point shooting. 5th, Cleveland.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Outside Garland. Allen a screen. The 3-ball. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Edwards. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And Doris, the Wolves, the 6th seed last season. But by point differential, they were the 2nd best team in the West.
It didn't start out smoothly for an organization that made major changes. The massive difference in personnel with Julius and Dante changed how they were structured. But boy, with a young superstar in Anthony Edwards, they figured it out, and I think they're well positioned moving forward.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Hunter passes to Garland. Clock at 6. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
Outside Edwards. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. Without a doubt, Ant-Man is one of the most entertaining players in the league, Doris.
You cannot take your eyes off Anthony Edwards when he's playing in a basketball game. The skill set is electric. But beyond that, he's got a 1,000-watt smile, and he understands this is an entertainment medium.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Bryant, he's checked in for Allen. Tomlin comes in for Evan Mobley. Tyson, he's checked in for Hunter. And Mitchell subbed in for Garland. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Miller comes in for Randall. Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Highland in for DiVincenzo. Free throw good, Edwards. And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little, Grant.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
And there's a pick. There's the three. Sinks the tray. Highland's got 5 points.
Highland understands he's got to keep knocking these down. Given his position, boy, got to make shots.
Tyson tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Highland. Miller outside. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Donovan Mitchell out there with Sam Merrill. Then it's Larry Nance. And it's Tomlin in at power forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Mitchell against Clark from outside the arc. Mitchell misses. Minnesota leading by 17. Highland attacks. No good with a layup.
Oh, that's a chippy. Point blank range. He'd like that one back.
Outside Mitchell. Here's Tomlin. Off target from three-point range. And so Randall will bring it up for the T-Wolves. A 17-point lead, their biggest. They double Randall. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And the basket by Clark.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Tomlin. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A different look for Cleveland. Bryant, he's checked in for Nance. Darius Garland comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Porter Jr. in for Tomlin. Edwards, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Puts up a three. Another miss by Minnesota.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Garland, the pass to Bryant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Boy, as you watch him now, it's amazing that Thomas Bryant ever fell to the second round in the draft. He's big, he's skilled, he knows the game.
And he knocks down the first one. And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship doors.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
Reed, a screen on Mitchell. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Here's Randall. McDaniels a screen. No good from 3. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Oh, no good.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Randall outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Clock at 4. Rebounded by Hunter. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Outside Garland. Bryant a screen on DiVincenzo. Garland! No stopping him from 16 feet out.
Well, such confidence on display from Darius Garland. Doesn't waste possessions, aggressive offensively.
Edwards. Now DiVincenzo. Buries it from outside.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Anthony Edwards.
With the way he shot the ball, he had to be the choice. His percentage was fantastic, and he's just done a great job of finding space and taking advantage of every inch the defense gives him.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Mitchell outside. Now Hunter. From downtown, DiVincenzo pulls it down. The Timberwolves lead by 16.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Timberwolves.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
Outside Garland takes a 3. Randall rips down the board. And so Randall will bring it up for the T-Wolves. They led the game at one point by 20. Mitchell against Edwards. Down it goes!
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.